All right, let's get right into it. The NBA is at a fascinating point right now. The legends who've defined the last decade or two are starting to pass the torch, and you know what that means? A massive debate is kicking off about who's going to grab it, and this one is a biggie. A battle between a total, once-in-a-generation anomaly and a stone-cold killer on the court. So that's really the question we're digging into here. Who is it gonna be? Is it the guy who looks like he was cooked up in a basketball laboratory? Or is it the player who plays like he was forged in a fire? I mean, the entire identity of the league for the next decade could really hang on this. And this is where things get really, really interesting. Because right out of the gate, one of the main guys in this conversation, Anthony Edwards, basically seems to bow out. He just points right at the 7'5" phenom, Victor Wembanyama. But you have to wonder, is that real, genuine humility? Or is there something else going on there? Okay, so let's start with Wembanyama. I mean, honestly, where else could you even begin? We're not just talking about a great rookie here. We're talking about a player who just seems to break the laws of basketball physics. He's not just a player, he's an event, a spectacle. He is an absolute anomaly. You know, the analyst Kendrick Perkins really nailed it. When you talk about being the face of the league, you're talking about being box office. And Perkins makes it crystal clear. There is only one guy he'd actually shell out his own hard-earned money to see, and it's Wemby. Wow, that says so much about his magnetic, must-see appeal. And for Perkins, it's not just about the unbelievable talent. He argues that Wembanyama has the mindsets of a true franchise-altering superstar. He actually wants all that pressure. He embraces that spotlight. He's the one who sets the temperature for the whole league. As Perkins says, he wants all the smoke. And that is what sells out arenas night after night. But hold on. The conversation does not end there, not by a long shot. Because while one guy might represent the future of what's possible, another guy is making his case right now with undeniable in-your-face performance. And that's where Anthony "Ant-Man" Edwards comes in. And this is the absolute key to the whole argument for Edwards. See, being the face of the NBA, that's not a title someone just gives you. It's a title you earn. You have to win your way to the top. Potential is great, but putting trophies in the case, that's everything. And that is exactly what Ant-Man is doing. He has it all, the explosive skill, that magnetic charisma, the leadership. And he's not just talking about winning someday, he's already dragged his team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, to the absolute edge of a championship. He's not waiting around for the future, he is seizing the present. And this all leads us to the closing argument in this whole debate. This is where ESPN's Stephen A. Smith comes in, and you know how he does it, with a fiery, passionate, and importantly, data-backed take that might just be the last word on the subject. And man, he does not pull a single punch. He drops the one word that makes every single basketball fan just stop and listen: Jordanesque. That is the highest praise you can possibly give a basketball player, comparing him to Michael Jordan himself. He's talking about the purity of his game, the handle, the shot, the athleticism, and that swagger, that undeniable swagger. And listen, this isn't just hype. Stephen A. comes with the receipts. This season, in the clutch, we're talking game on the line, Edwards shot a mind-blowing 59%. That was the best mark in the entire league. That's not just skill, my friends. That is ice in your veins. That's the composure of a true killer. But it gets even crazier. Just look at this list. This isn't some fantasy team. This is a who's who of basketball gods. In 6 playoff series against teams led by these legends, Ant-Man has won 4 of them. He's not just winning games. He is toppling giants. Like Stephen A. said, the brother is coming. So here's the final crucial point from Stephen A., and it's all about relatability. A 7'5" player is a wonder. He's a marvel. But he's an anomaly. It's hard for a fan to really see themselves in that. But a high-flying, explosive guard, an assassin who takes over games with pure skill and will, now that is the kind of hero that fans can connect with on a whole other level. So what we're left with are 2 totally different players who represent 2 totally different blueprints for how to become the face of the league. One is a pure force of nature, the other is a pure force of will. So it really just boils down to this. You've got Wembanyama, the anomaly, the must-see spectacle with gifts we have literally never seen before. He is the future that you just can't look away from. And then you have Edwards, the assassin, the clutch, proven winner with that Jordanesque swagger and skill that you can actually relate to. So I leave you with this question. Is the future of the NBA going to be defined by the awe of the impossible or by the inspiration of the attainable? Will it be the anomaly or will it be the assassin? The only thing we know for sure is that this debate, well, it's just getting started.